Alright. Hello there, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Of course, you have realized that this isn't Dark Souls, but I really need to finish up this fool here. Can't just let him, win. But don't worry, everything's ready. It will be Dark Souls. Okay. Unfortunately, I was hoping that I would be able to finish this game 2-0, but it seems that is not the case, so I will have to do a third game. Sorry. I know you came here to see Dark Souls. What did you have in mind, Felix? Anything special you wanted to know, or? Hi, Arturo, Arturito. By the way, La Casa de Papel, a little bit overhyped, but still a great series. Yep, we're good. We're good. We're good. Although I must say, today really wasn't the day. Like in German, we would say today, heute war der Wurm drin. It's like saying literal translation would be today is the day of the worm, or today there's a worm in the day. In it. So yeah, my day was okay, but that gave me the opportunity to be hyped for the stream. So all good. Yeah, I mean, La Casa de Papel, I wouldn't call that realistic. Would you? Like driving through a police barricade with a motorcycle while 100 cops are shooting at you and not getting hit? I wouldn't consider it realistic. It's more of a fiction grounded in reality, right? A bit realistic, yeah. What would I most want if there was a Bloodborne 2? Oh. Well, first of all, I wouldn't want a Bloodborne 2. I'm not a fan of sequels, and I think everything that, like, there's nothing to add to Bloodborne. It's perfect. So yeah, nothing there. However, I think another IP that I would like to see, or no, another setting that I would like to have From Software explore, is like, I feel they what they do really good is like meld mythology. Like the worlds they create is like mythology come to life. So what would a real world look, or what would a world look like if mythology was actually a thing? And I think there are many opportunities for them to like create something incredible there. Like take some I don't know, take the work of some artist or something. Yeah, maybe Kafka or something, or and then somehow I don't know how you would do that, but somehow like weave this feeling into the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but I'm not that creative. Please forgive me. Oh no, that was a mistake putting that land on the bottom. That was not good. Nope, I haven't seen any Rick and Morty. The colors I'm playing is absolute degeneracy. Dude, I've tried everything in this since the new set came out, and nothing has worked except for this. Can I explain why some people like fan service? Well, so I think the thing that ruined Endgame was everything, but a big part of it was the the really off-putting. We said that in the podcast, Anton and me. This always like, "Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? I know that. I know that. I don't know. I just think it adds nothing to the movies, fan service, and it just makes like these entitled gatekeeping fans seem smart. So I guess if you're a person like that and you want to seem smart, that's what you like about fan service then, right? But yeah, I'm really not a fan. So I could flicker these two again to destroy this thing. And I think I'm just gonna do that. When is the next podcast? The next podcast. I mean, I lose the counters here, but whatever. The next podcast. It will still be a little bit. Mainly because there's not that much to talk about for Anton and me right now, and yeah, we'll see if Anton suddenly has like something huge happening, and maybe then. Okay. Now, let's go. Let's get started with the real game. Would you like to work in an S4 lab? Well, I'm not a biologist. I haven't. So I assume you are talking about the four different security stages for labs that work with live pathogens, S1 to S4. But I'm not a biologist, and I have not worked in any labs that have these. What I have worked in are physical labs that sometimes have like safety precautions, but they're not as snappy as S1 to S4. Like physics lab is really specific to the type of danger you're expecting. So I've worked in labs with very strong radiation. Yeah, that was basically the height of my achievement. I have worked with, of course, very strong lasers and particle accelerators, but yeah, the precautions aren't as Hollywood as they are for pathogens. So, meh. All right. So last time we stopped here while exploring the top levels. Top level. Ah, hello Xander and Loyboy. Glad you're here. But if I could work there, I mean, of course, yes. I think that's super interesting. Why not? Is Bloodborne my favorite Souls-like combat-wise? Bloodborne is my favorite Souls-like everything-wise. Doesn't matter what metric you use. Bloodborne is just perfect in all of them. Although, no, okay. I realize there's one thing that Bloodborne could have done differently, but it's also not a problem that they didn't, and that is the armor. In Bloodborne, armor really doesn't matter. Armor is basically purely cosmetic. And, I mean, I guess what they wanted to do there is like not have like absurd tank builds or something, because that really would make no sense in the world they were creating. But other than that, oh, get staggered, you bitch. No, you're not getting staggered, you bitch. Oh. Why you gotta be like that? Yeah, so maybe the only thing that I would change is maybe the armor. But other than that, I think the game is perfect. And even then, even the armor thing can be rationalized, as I just did. Right, so it's all good, man. So last time this bitch killed me. Sus ma bite. Mustache. I just shaved a few days ago, and because it was becoming pretty, I don't know, like many places, Germany also now requires you to wear masks when you're in like supermarket or another public place, and the mask just kept sliding off because it was just on the beard, and whenever I spoke, it was just like plop, sliding off. So I guess I needed to comply with the rules. That's why I shaved. Also, I am not a big fan of big beards. Okay, this part will be horrible. I already know it. Okay, nice. Nice. Did I now, Xander? It just slid off the tongue. Oh, ow. Oh no, I'm gonna die! Whoa! Hey, come on, you bitch. Yeah! What's up? Scream Connect! Correct. Yo, SKR. Mwah. Thank you. I don't know. Isn't that what Instagram models do? How was work today? Not good. Like, I'm sure many of you, or some of you are, if I remember correctly, there are a few software people around in the channel, and today was one of those days where you spent the entire day looking for a problem, and you think you might have a solution. Oops, I'm gonna die here now. Think you have a solution, and then you try something to find out if the solution is correct, but the thing you try gives you a few more bugs, and then while trying to fix them you run into more bugs and more, and you're like going down this rabbit hole where at the end you realize the only way to go forward is actually to revert everything you just did, and just call it quits and realize that it was all for nothing and just start over. Yeah, that was one of those days. So yeah. Oh no, that was my opportunity. Oh, he didn't fall off. Cunt. Do I do physics-related simulations? No. No, I don't know how much I can say here on stream, so let's just say I work for a software company. And a big part of my job is finding out why something's not working. as it probably is for all software people. Right. Why do I work in software? Because I find it immensely satisfying and I really enjoys it. I enjoys it. I think there's nothing more up here, right? So try jumping off. Fuck off. You did a speedrun of Bloodborne and it took you 2 hours? Damn! Someone's a pro. Wait, can I make this? Oh, I can jump back here. I'm gonna die. High skill. MLG jump right there. No wait, Bernardo, are you for real? Was there really a progress thing? I don't remember it, but I might just be my memory that's clouded. 100,000 troops, no, 100 million troops. Extreme. Are you allowed to say or hint what Anton does besides YouTube? Well, Anton doesn't do anything besides YouTube. Job-wise. he does a lot of things besides YouTube, but job-wise, he doesn't. YouTube is now his full-time job, and I think that's immensely deserved. Yeah, that's also Scream. You make a great point there. Like my wife, I'm currently doing home office, and I was just there trying to find a bug, and sitting in front of the code, looking pretty stressed, and she like came to me and said like, "Isn't that totally depressing what you're doing? Like when you find a bug, all it does it leads to more bugs. Doesn't that kind of suck?" And I was like, yes, absolutely. Yeah. But I think like once you're at the end of the rabbit hole, so to speak. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Yeah, once you've reached the end of this rabbit hole, then I think it's as you said, it's intense, tremendously rewarding once everything just finally works. I think that's awesome, and that's one of the main reasons I love programming so much. Oh, nice. But study first, Lloyd boy, study first. Nice. Archerable 26. Good, good, good. Oh yes, I can really jump off here. Up. Up. Ah! Beach! Okay, this is indeed a big problem. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this game? What is happening? Zactronic? Nope, I have never heard of that. So. Medical school? Oof. Nice. Right. I think if I jump down, I'm just gonna die. So I will use a homeward bone, since there's no way out of here. Oh yeah, just a quick little warning. Since I assume that I'm going to be doing the first DLC today, and since that is content that I have not experienced myself yet, I would love to go through like everything, all the cutscenes, and let all the dialogue play out, and maybe pay a little bit less attention to chat. So probably during the DLC, I'll keep the chat interactions a little bit lower. I hope that's okay. I mean, it's also then maybe a good opportunity for you guys to experience it a little bit. Although I know, like with these Souls games, it's always the person who is experiencing it while playing. It's always having quite a different experience than the people just watching it. Okay. Oh. No. Okay, where can I go? Ah, he can hit me from up there. Cunt. So where do I go next? I think here, right? Yes. Oh, and now I can raise the. There's like a thing that I can raise. Yes, 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 yes. Man, grubs, disgusting. Ugh. But I also remember that there's some opportunity here where patches. I think if I try to go across now, patches will ambush me and pull the lever and make me go down again. Right? Oh yeah, here's the stat resetting woman. Whip is the best. Oh, that is so disgusting. I mean, check out this wall with the sludge running out the side and pooling up here on the bottom. I love it. Okay. Stefan, that's a very spicy question that I'm absolutely not qualified on answering on stream. As every German, I have an opinion about it, as we are all educated to have, but we are also all educated on that it's not clever to speak about this in public. Ever. So, yeah. I think here I can... yes, there's this covenant. And later I can also reset my stats here, I think. But not for today. Oh yes, it's a riddle time. Okay, oh guys, by the way, let me finish up these schlimes here, and then I have something for you. Because the stream today will be a little bit more, you know, like less of me talking, since I'm going to be doing the DLC, I thought, you know, I'll give you guys something to do, or maybe something interesting to do, and give you a riddle. All right. So then, if you're interested, you can maybe try to solve the riddle and. Yeah. Oh, I cancelled patches. Okay. Patches is cancelled. what languages do I program in? Mainly C# and Java. Those are my most programmed languages. Oh yeah, I think I missed patches because I came in from this side. Okay, so when I'm back at the bonfire, you guys will receive the riddle, and then Sabrina will take will be very no, right. She will put her Aufmerksamkeit, god damn it, all her attention into the chat and see if you guys can solve it. Contraption does not move. Okay. Okay, what is the shortest path? Is it to go further in this direction? Because and I think the elevator here is even faster. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sabrina's not a big fan of having responsibilities, and if she's a mod, then she will be responsible for some of the messages in chat. Yeah, politics on YouTube is also generally not a good idea. Although I'm not sure, maybe it is because it generates a lot of views. But it generates views with something that's like that will then stick to you for the rest of your existence. And that's the main reason. I think your political ideas can change, and once they're on the internet, yoinks. Alright, so, riddle time. Okay, I'm gonna read you this riddle, and if you didn't get anything, if I see a few questions pop up, I might read it again, but Sabrina, you can also direct your questions at Sabrina. Alright. So, picture this. You have a drawer, and you have 100 single socks in it. At least half of these socks are black, and the rest is gray. If you take, without looking, randomly, 2 socks out of the drawer, the probability to get a pair of this, to get a pair with the same color, so 2 same colored socks, is the same as getting 2 socks with different colors. And with this information, can you calculate how many black socks and how many gray socks are in the drawer? That is the quest. You might need pen and paper for that.
As any ash seeks fire, you approach you. Thank you. Day of ash never fail. Just a moment, then. The painting of Ariandel. Well, rotted scrap of it, that is. Go on. Take it. Touch it. The ashes were too.
Okay. Yeah, I repeat it. One more time, okay? Now, pay attention. You have a drawer with 100 socks in them, okay? At least half are black and the other ones are gray. Now, without looking, you now take 2 socks out of the drawer at random. Yeah? And I tell you, your probability of getting two socks of the same color is the same as the probability of getting 2 socks of different colors. With this information, you can calculate how many black and how many gray socks are in the drawer. Okay? Good. Now, every now and then I will look to see if someone has posted the correct answer. But, oh my god.
Have you just arrived? How very unusual. Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend, for this is a true haven of the forlorn, the cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself, a sweetly rotting bed to lie upon. Yes, of course. You're no exception. We've all seen terrible things. But you're safe now. Let it ease your burden. Ariandel will make a fine home for you. So, go on ahead. Find one for yourself. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon.
Beautiful. Oh, although before I continue exploring, I might wanna go to Firelink Shrine again to spend the souls.
Welcome home, I shall speak then. Very well, then take.
So I can get 2 levels. Yeah.
Farewell, Asher, may the flames guide thee.
There are a few answers that I see that to me seem like you didn't calculate it, you just thought about it and then thought maybe that sounds logical. But this is one of those riddles where you really need to get pen and paper and do the calculation.
Forgive me, I don't want to seem
And if someone solves it, I'm gonna write down his name onto the paper here, but I'm not gonna say it. Right. Give you guys a little bit more time, and after a while, I will then resolve the riddle and give extra credit to those that did solve it. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to any big reward to give you. I'm not an e-girl, I can't flash tits or anything.
My very own home now.
That's a lot of damage. Woo. That looks straight out of Bloodborne. Whoa! Whoa! Didn't expect any snipers. Fick. Yeah, you guys have time. You guys have time. Don't worry, it's not a test. There will not be any marks given or anything, no rewards. Just if you at the end have made it, you can pat yourself on the back and yeah, be happy that you were able to solve it. Because it's not super difficult, but it's also not very easy. You pat yourself on the back anyways. Yikes. Yeah. The trees don't set on fire. Immersion broken. Good doggo. Oh no. I think I might have made a mistake here. Oops. Alright. I think it's time for a first little tip. No, actually not. No. Never mind. There are no tips I could give that wouldn't just straight up give it away. So, it's solvable. Oh! Oof. I know I said I will have less interactions with chat, but I can't believe you're having a gun debate in my chat. Guys, please. If you want to know my opinion, I think they're retarded, and that will be the end of it. So no more, please. And I don't really base this on my opinion. I base this on data, which is that no country where guns are legal for the broad public have had any of the problems that gun proponents usually bring up, any of these issues solved. So, yeah. I know. It's okay, but please, it will get you nowhere. Tayyib Khalik, that's actually something that I occasionally like try my hand in, but not in like these real competitions, because I actually don't understand how you can be this good at maths to be able to compete in them. But having those problems, like these math Olympiad problems, and then giving them a try yourself, I think that's very, very cool and quite rewarding. Unlike this. Ah! What's up? Oh, my wife has already made a list, so I don't even need to write it down who has solved it and who didn't. But we have quite a few people who already got the correct answer, so not bad, not bad. But I wouldn't have expected anything less. Of course, many are smart cookies here. Schmart, schmart. I think going this route might just be better. There are less enemies here. That's cheating, SKR. You just write in every combination of from the numbers 1 to 100, like 1 black and 99 grays, or and then everything up to 1 gray and 99 black. Right. They will aggro. Yeah, well then the new route is actually not that much better. Ow! Man, these snipers, they have like MLG level aim. I think I might need to just kill them first. No! Ah, the automatic locked onto an enemy behind me. Why? Please, game. Okay. When I die, the next time I die, I will resolve the riddle. And also, I think this might be a little bit difficult for me at the moment, this area. Let's try one more time. Nice. So that will always aggro him, right? Good. Okay, so I know the wolves will aggro, and it doesn't matter if I hit them first. I was maybe thinking about maybe the wolves would just circle around you and leave you alone if you don't attack them. But no! Spy. Oh no, they are behind me. Oh no! Oh, I came to the wrong neighborhood. Oh! Oh, wolves! And the gang. Oh my god! This is a disaster. Ah! Need to get somewhere where they don't, where the sniper guy doesn't reach. Maybe. Oh, he's also following me. It's bad. Woo! Oh! No, no. Yeah. It seems like a cool build though with the javelin. Maybe for another character. Wow. Man, that I survived here is really just a testament to my godly skill. Oh! 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 Ah! Oh! God damn it, I gotta... Gave me a heart attack, this dude. Whew. Can there be another color? Well, Tom, you can have them be any color you like. Oh my god, why did I do that? Oh, now the trees are against me too. What? Come on, game. I evaded everything. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Now, as promised, resolution of the riddle. So, the reason I said it requires like a little bit of calculations and pen and paper. Yeah, thank you. Is that the answer is a little bit unintuitive. Like when you hear the answer, you might wonder like, huh, why why is that now suddenly solving, or why is that giving the why is this giving the probabilities that Andy is talking about? So, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go into Paint and show you what's up. All right. So first things first. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Right. So we have the probability of a black sock. Let's call this B. And we have the probability of a gray sock. Let's call this G. And they in total amount to 1, right? So when you're grabbing a sock, it will always be either black or gray. Although, let's make it a little bit more clear that we're talking about probability here. So P, B, and PG. P stands for probability. Hold on, let me get chat. Zoom online class, yeah. All right. Another thing that we have, that we start with, right, is that the number of black socks plus the number of gray socks equals 100. Okay. Now, let's first look at the case that the two socks you draw are different colored. So you grab into the I don't know, into your shelf, into your drawer, and let's say you draw a black sock, right? The probability of a black sock is the number of black socks divided by 100. So far, so good. P of drawing a black sock. Although, no, I called that PB, so, yeah. Now, the probability to get a gray sock after that, because we're looking at the case of having two different colored. So I'm just going to denote this like this, P black gray. No, sorry. I'm doing this a little on the fly. I'm going to recap it again, so it makes more sense. So total probability equals 1. Number of black socks plus number of gray socks equals 100. Now we're looking at the probability to first draw a black sock, and that is the number of black socks divided by 100. After this black sock has been pulled out, the probability to get a gray sock is now the number of gray socks, but divided by 99, since you have pulled out one of the socks. Now, since we want these to happen one after the other, we'll have to multiply them. So I'm just going to call this like the probability to first get a black and then a gray one is PB times PG, which is, it's some basic fraction multiplication. It's B times G. Hold on, let me see if I do this all correctly. B times G divided by 9900. Okay, let's move this a little bit to the side. Right? Okay. Spoody, you're coming just in time to show everyone your dominance. Okay. Now, this is but the problem. The thing is, this is only half of the probability we're looking for. So for two different colored socks, because we also have to look at the case where you first draw a gray sock and then a black sock. So let's do that. It's the gray divided by 100, then, black divided by 99, here, 99. And you can already see multiplying these two is the same as multiplying these two. So in this case, I will just leave them out and just say that the probability of different, let's of two different colored socks is 2 times b. I don't need the parentheses here. B times G divided by 9900. Now I can even go and simplify this further, because I know this relation here. And with this relation, the B plus G equals 100, I can eliminate one of the variables here. So by putting that in, I can say P diff equals 2 times, let's say B. Yeah, B. And instead of G, I'm now going to write 100 minus B, which is it makes sense, right? The number of gray socks is 100 minus the number of black socks. So 100 minus B, and all of this divided by 9900. Okay. So, and now comes the last trick. We know from the way the riddle is formulated that this probability, or the probability of getting two different colored socks, should be the same as getting two socks with the same quality. Same color. And the only way for that to work is if they're both 1/2, because there are no other possibilities, there are no other outcomes that are possible. You either get two different colored or two with the same color. So we know this is 1/2. And now what do you have? A simple quadratic equation. I'm gonna quickly rearrange this formula. But yeah, it's a simple quadratic equation with two possible solutions. Alright, let me quickly rearrange it. Up. I have to write down so I don't write anything stupid. 45 people watching. So let's first resolve these parentheses here. So we have 200b minus 2b squared. That's a what's it called? Near automata reference, by the way. Divided by 9900 equals 1/2. Now I'm just going to multiply both sides by 9900. So that gives me 200. This is really inefficient. Like when you're working with pen and paper, usually you would just do all of these steps like in one on the fly, right? What's half of 9,000? It's 450. Am I right? 50. So that's 8,000, and that's, yeah, I think that's correct. And now put everything on one side. So you have 0 equals oh, and we also need to let's do it really small steps, right? So put this all on one side. You have 200b minus 2b squared minus 4950. Okay. And then the last step for it to have the format you need for the, I don't know if that's what it's called in English, but we in Germany, to solve quadratic equations in school, we learn like the PQ formula. I don't know if you've heard of it, or maybe the midnight formula. I don't know how you call it in English speaking languages. Like in Germany, we call it the PQ formula or the midnight formula. Don't ask me why. But to put it in the form that you need it, the what's it called? Coefficient before the quadratic term needs to be 1. So we have to divide by -2. Right? So here 0 equals b squared minus 200 divided by -2 is -100, and plus now comes the part where my calculation skills are getting to their limits. What's the half of 4/9? It's 2/7. No, 2. Madarjod. 2,475. Right? Yes. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Now it has the form that you need, and you can plug this into the, what you call it, quadratic formula. Okay, that's makes sense, right? Quadratic formula. All right. So you plug this into the quadratic formula. You have like your b 1, 2. Just imagine the 1 and 2 are like I lowered. Anyway, it starts with minus this term. No, minus this term divided by 2, which is 50. Plus minus. Then imagine I just opened a square root. Then you have this term divided by 2 squared, which is 50 squared, which is 2,500. And then minus this term, which is minus 2,475. Right? Just imagine I have. Whoops. Imagine there's a. There's a square root here. Okay? That's a beautiful square root. Now, oh, sorry, I miss. Wait. This cannot stand. Oh no! It's turning into an absolute monstrosity. Here, right? So. Okay, and in the last step, you solve this and you get 2 answers. So under the square root, you get 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So you have answer 1 equals 50 plus 5. And you have answer 2, which is 50 minus 5. Now, last thing where you have to, like, the last step that you have to take is, well, which is the correct answer now? Well, you need to remember that in the riddle I said at least half of them are black, meaning that this answer that says there are 45 black socks is incorrect, right? Which just leaves one correct answer, namely this one, which is there are 55 black socks and 45 gray socks. Ta-da! Now, to the winners. The first one who got it, and who got it like, damn, he must have, instead of writing in the chat some guess answers, he must have immediately started doing calculations. It was Amir Ali G. Nice. Everyone, applause. Next one to solve it, a little bit later, was Taib What is this? Taib Khalik, yes. And then Sudeep Ray or Roy. Man, Sabrina, your writing sucks. Oof. So yeah, also to second and third place. Yay! Awesome. And honorable mentions. So you don't get to stand on the pedestal, but still can feel like a winner since you're top 5. Is SKR. Nice one. And number 5. Apparently David 357 also solved it, but my wife specifically marked here, but only by guessing. Get fucked. Oops. Well, anyway, that was that. Did I say applausos? Oh no, now that my bloodstain is up there even. Oh, come on, okay. Is this the reward I get for trying to get a little bit of mathematics into people? Yeah, since we hoped that this idea would, be welcomed by you guys, I of course have prepared a second riddle. 1 second, let me take care of these fools real quick. Okay. Yes, Booty, I just started with the DLC and I realized I might have bit off more than I could chew. Oops. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave this DLC. Although, I don't know. Maybe I can do it. No, it's not maybe. I can do it. Just do it! Woo! Wait, but the whip I get from the DLC, you mean the boss whip, right, Spoody? But the boss whip is like it's not the correct whip if I want to do the pure dexterity build. At least that's what I think from what I've seen. It's like a build a whip that is based on intelligence and faith scaling, I think. Samuel, no hints. Today I think I'm gonna be streaming for quite a while. Yeah. Of course, maybe we'll take it a little bit slower once Anton's stream starts. Yeah, because I really don't want Anton to have like any disadvantage from me also starting to stream. So yeah, we'll see. But I think I'm gonna stream for a little bit today. I only need to wait 5 minutes. Yeah, might actually be true. No, it depends on the game. I don't know what game he's gonna play today, so I don't know. Maybe if he decides to play like what's a game where you can't die? I don't know, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Then yeah, I will probably be a little bit better off with the time. Whew. None of my attacks, I think, can hit in this angle. Not the heavy one, or what the? Oh, it can. It actually does work. I'm cheesing it again. Ah, and that's what I get for it. Verfickt nochmal. Wait, why didn't you guys follow me down? You bitches. Yes, hello. Don't worry about it, Super. I gave everyone a riddle, and it was great. So yeah, let's now do riddle number 2, since we have a few more people, and I'm still playing the DLC. So yeah. Okay. This one is not really that algebraic. It's just a little bit of a mind twister. I don't think people will take that long to solve it. So, okay. A person walks into a store to buy a knife. The knife costs 30 euros. To pay, he gives the clerk a $50 bill. The store owner doesn't have the correct change, so he goes to his neighbor or whatever, and changes the money into smaller bits, and then comes back and gives the customer his 20 euro change. Okay, so far so good. But the customer is gone. The neighbor comes back and says, hey, the 50 euro bill you just gave me is fake money. I want my money back. So the store owner has no choice but to give him 50 back. Now, how much money did the store owner lose in total? Including the knife, of course. So including the monetary value of the knife. Nice. Whoa! freeze. Do the dogs follow me here? Apparently, yes. I'm sure my wife will again look at your answers and see if anyone got the correct one. Jesus. I have no more Estes. It's not looking good. Oh, what have I done? Oh. How many are there? Ah! So, I'm gonna let the riddle go on for one more death. Maybe read it again? Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna read it again. Okay. So a person comes into a store and in the store he buys a knife. The knife costs 30 euros. And he wants to pay with a $50 god damn it, a 50 euro bill. The store owner, because he doesn't have the correct change, needs to go to his neighbor and ask the neighbor for, making the 50 euros into smaller bits. Then the store owner comes back and gives the customer his 20 euro change, and then the customer leaves with the knife. Once the customer is gone, the neighbor comes and says, "Hey, the 50 euro bill you gave me is fake money. I want my 50 euros back." So the store owner has no choice but to give the neighbor 50 euros. And now, with all of this having concluded, the question is, how much money did the store owner lose in total, including the knife? Yeah. think I got the entire follower set. Right? Follower helm. Oh no, missing the follower gloves and follower boots, but I'm missing the chest armor. So yeah, you cannot wear armor without having the entire set. That is a law. It is the law. Ooh, the entire gang is here. Ah. Yeah, that's right, Andy. Run into unexplored areas. Whoa, Omega Wolf. Oh, there are even more. Whoa. Ah. And the trees are also here. Ah. Ah. Ah, no. More enemies. Oh, man, this DLC is some stress. Oh my god. Terima. Where does this ass come from all of a sudden? Oh, the Tien. God damn it, that is absolutely insane. This noise. Screaming trees, alright. Come on, what's the... Sometimes he's just not using the whip correctly. I don't understand. Ooh. Come here, Wolf. boy. When I use my entire stamina on heavy attacks, it does exactly 420 damage. Nice. Ooh. Civilization. Is there a bonfire here? Yes. Okay. Well, I said until the next death. I haven't died yet, so... no resolution just yet. Put us out of our misery. No, you might have to endure it for just a little bit longer. That's kind of pointless, this hole in the cave. Say it, Andy. Andy! Okay. Jesus! Alright. Let's just go to it. If you go through it step by step, that's how it works. Oh, have you written down the... Okay. So... yeah, I have the people that solved it first, have it here. Okay, let's just go through it step by step, right? First, the store owner is at 0, right? So, then he gives the customer the knife. That puts him at -30. The customer gives him 50 fake, so nothing. He's still at -30. Then he goes to the neighbor, gives him the 50 fake money, which is basically nothing, so still at -30. It's not basically nothing, it's nothing, so still at -30. And he receives 50 from the neighbor, which puts him at +20. Then he gives the 20 as change to the customer, which again puts him at 0. And then the neighbor comes back and says, hey, it's fake money, give me 50. So he gives the neighbor back 50, which puts him at the end at -50. Alright, and now, to make this entire thing escalate into a complete war, world war, the winners are, so, how do you call it again? 1, 2, and 3 are Podiumsplätze, pedestal, yeah. The pedestal winners. Number 1, David 357 again, solved both, although, as marked, the first one was solved by just guessing. But yeah, you solved it first. Next one, as I'm a little bit disappointed that you aren't the first, Spoody. Second. Third was again Sudeep Roy, also solved both. Good job. And number 4, I'm not so funny, but here my wife also writes, but only by guessing, because he wrote in 10 euro steps 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Good job. Be really proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. You did it. Oh yeah. There's something there. No, SKR, it's not 100. Whoa, one-shotting! By the way, what is this? This rot. Ugh. Disgusting! No more math now, too much pressure. Well, those are the two riddles that I have. Sorry, I don't have any more. Another? No! Oh, I thought it was something to loot and I was looking at chat. Ah! Is that the correct direction? Bye, have a great time. Although no, I don't want him to fall off. Maybe he will drop the follower chest armor, body armor. Okay. Should I explain again? Okay, come. Let's go through it again. Let's go through it again. First, so the customer comes in and asks for the knife. The store owner gives him the knife. That puts the store owner at minus 30 because the knife is worth 30. Now he doesn't have change, he gives the customer the knife, puts him at minus 30. The customer then gives him a fake 50 euro bill, which is nothing. So the store owner is now still at minus 30. Then he goes to the neighbor and gives the neighbor the $50 fake bill, which is nothing, so he's still at minus 30. The neighbor, however, gives him 50 real euros, which puts him at plus 20. Then he goes back to the customer and gives him the 20 euro change. Now, the store owner is at nothing. Again, at zero. Then the neighbor comes back and says, hey, yo, this was fake money, give me 50 real money. And the store owner then gives him the 50 real money, and that is the end of the story, so he is at minus 50. See, the point I think that's so misleading is the money he receives from the neighbor, right? He gives the neighbor the fake 50, so 0, and receives 50 from the neighbor for nothing, right? So at the end, the 50 he gives back to the neighbor you can take them out of the equation. So what he really only loses is the change to the customer and the knife, which is totals to 50. Xander, you little shit. Magnolia will never be talked about here. Oh, this looks like a slidey slide. Let's slidey slide. Whee! Yay! Joy ahead. Well said, whoever wrote this message. Wow, Loyboy, this shit went from 0 to 100 really fucking quick. 1 second you're solving math problems, and the next second you're cutting your dick off. Okay. I would advise against it, since this is an organ that you might need in the future, so you might not want to do that. This looks gorgeous. He doesn't need it. Oh, you savage. You savage. I knew it. Bitches can't trick me. I know all of the tricks in the book. You have 2 dicks. Oh yeah, then goodbye. Oh yeah, you know, casually vomiting up blood and stuff. Okay, goodbye, super. Good luck with that CBT. But I know that's like your thing, right? So. Ah! This is a big one. Oh no, this is one of those enemies. Yes, yes, yes. Like you find them in Irithil Castle later on in the game. I have a doctor's walking down a road with a boy. The boy was the doctor's son, but the doctor isn't the boy's father. And what's the question? So you wanted me to, like, how can this be? Dude, if you make a riddle, you have to pose a question. What is the weapon art of the whip? It's this. Like, you can do this if you're close to an enemy. You can go past his shield when you use this weapon art. However, I never found it to be really that useful, as most weapon arts in this game. No, I get it. You you bitch. I get it. But still, the joke only works if you ask a question. Anyway, forget it. Fuck off. Next time it's Minecraft time. Oh no. Oh no. You will give me the Minecraft Magnolia combo. Delicious. Oh. Oh, that's Voldo from Soul Calibur. Have you guys played Soul Calibur? Oh my god, his HP. Yeah, okay. Going to start the pineapple war. Oh, I missed the lizard again. Man! Gotta pay attention. What are my gaming pet peeves? Well, one of the biggest ones that I've talked about in length on many occasions is I I hate portals. Like if you have a world that is connected by portals, I think that is inherently inferior to a world that is like connected sensibly. Because I think it just makes the entire world feel like disjointed and really unbelievable. Like, what's the opposite of believable? I don't mean unbelievable in a good way. I mean like, yeah. I'm sure you get it. Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves in games. Unfortunately, the most prominent example at the moment is Doom Eternal. And there was really no need for them to do it, but I don't know. Somehow they bit off a little bit more than they could chew, story and world-wise, with Doom. And because of that, they were a little. I don't know. The campaign of Doom is, or the world of Doom Eternal is like, it's cool, but it really doesn't feel mature. Unlike the gameplay, which is absolutely godlike. Another, now that you say it, another big pet peeve of mine, and I think that's an even greater thing than portals, is breaking the fourth wall. I think there is, in my opinion, there is nothing you can do as a game developer that is more damaging to your game than breaking the fourth wall. I think the moment you do that, your entire game just deflates into basically nothing. And that is such a bad choice to do that. Because the entire game will then immediately just be just that, a game. You won't be in the world anymore. You will just be looking at, I don't know, some self-aware bullshit, edgy shit. Because breaking the fourth wall always also like kinda gets like, it's always a conscious choice to do that, right? So whenever the fourth wall is broken, I always have to think of like the smug ass laugh that the developer is doing while putting it in, and thinking like, look how self-aware I am, look how smart and clever I am by breaking the fourth wall. And I think that is just absolutely yeah. Anyway, with this, I think Anton's about to stream, and yeah, I'm not gonna turn the stream off, but I will go into extremely low content mode, so you guys don't miss anything. Just continue playing this DLC for a little bit more, exploring. sure you're not gonna miss anything. So everyone, check out Anton's stream, and then come back here once he's dead. Whew. Yes, Booty, I mean, you can all stick around and coexist in both. But you can mute me, I'm not gonna say anything. Just enjoy Anton's stream, and then come back and tell me when he's dead. That sounded like something you would tell a contract killer. Come back to me when he's dead.
Well, there is nothing forlorn about you. You must be the other Ash, I suppose. Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek? Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world, but that which fooled the good father and buried the flame, after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. So terribly frightened of timidly rotting away like those fools on the outside.
That's the face.
Oh, I like.
It's a masterpiece I created on stream. Is there something here? Metal Gear Rising. Okay. Yeah, it could take a while, but that's okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of a pee break. Be back momentarily.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken. Farewell, Ashen, may the flame.
Gaining admission to the Legion. Inside their keep, even...
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part. Whatever trinket you need, speak up. Just don't ask me where I got them. Do me a favor, give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. A nuisance, I know. Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well,
A little trinket of thanks, I suppose. Goodbye.
Oh, this place is a bore. Oh, this pilgrim. And I never would have. I thank you. Then shall we begin? Bearer. As I have said, alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease we pilgrims, those branded. Be safe.
What an idiot I am. Since I've been back, I have talked into a muted microphone. Nice. Good job, Andy. So yeah, I saw one person ask about electrotechnic, and the answer is no. I am not an expert on electrotechnic. In fact, I know what I needed to know for my physics stuff, but not to the point where I would say, yeah, I'm an expert, right? So if you have a question, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer it, but I cannot guarantee any satisfactory results. Yeah, I was waiting for the question of the guy, and I was like wondering, okay, maybe electrotechnic is not that important then. By the way, how would you correctly translate electrotechnic? What's the correct translation there? Just electronics? Is that a good translation? Nice. It's a ball of shit with a little branch in it. Nice. Valuable loot. Valuable loot. Electrical technician? No? Maybe. Electrical engineering. Yeah, I think that's the best. Yeah, electrical engineering. So, of course, you need a little bit of it if you want to study physics. Mainly because if you want to do experiments, well, then you usually have those experiments involve electricity. There are very few experiments done in physics today that are completely possible, that are possible without experiments. Maybe some school experiments, but no real research. But again, I really just know it to the point where I need it. So you might have given me a little bit of Schweizerdeutsch there. Motor repetieren. I have no idea what that means. Do you mean like a electromotor? These that rotate by using a magnetic field? Because I really just know how they're working, not like the real correct calculations and shit. Oof. Yeah, so what he's talking about is the German word is Elektromotor. I would translate it into an electronic motor, where you turn electrical energy into motion, and you do that by having... Shut the fuck up. You do that by having coils. So coils are basically just wound up wires. In such a geometry with a solid magnet on the outside, so that when you put electricity through the coils create a magnetic field, and that magnetic field pushes them away, or no, that magnetic field exerts a force with the like fixed magnet on the outside, and if you put it in the correct geometry, you will get a rotating motion with a fixed magnet on the outside pushing the ends of the rotating piece in the middle away, and then attracting it again and pushing it away, and then you get rotating motion by... Yeah. And once you turn the electricity off, the coils will no longer generate a magnetic field and the motion will stop. Oh no, another Voldo. He's killing his own dudes. Shit, some erasure. Oh no, he's coming here. Here on this bridge, we will fight to the death until you fall down. Okay. Seems fair. Oh dear. This will be a slaughter. Yeah. I don't know, whenever I'm using English to speak, like mostly on stream and for the podcast, I always feel like while I'm speaking I kinda misremember or am at a loss of words, whereas when I'm thinking in English, which is, you know, happening quite often, I always know what I want to say. I can always find the correct words. You know, basically, maybe that's just the difference between how you think you sound and how you sound. Yeah, man, this guy is very strong. By the way, is there a way to get up there? Just seems like it. There's even a message. Time for don't give up. No, apparently not. Yes? Oh! Oh! Oof. Voldo has sent his goons to get me. By the way, what is that weapon that I just found? Crow quills. Ooh la la. Okay, so that's that. Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, that's a pretty cool weapon, I must say. But we are whipping it from the other side. Okay. So then from this direction, probably, right? I think I might have to just run past him again. No, oh no! Ah, mistakes were made. Ah! Ah! Let's hope he doesn't follow me here. What? Anton dead? Already? Okay. Anton dead. Alright. Big F. He read the chat and died. Well, if I would have, like, if I was doing a Until I Die stream, that would also probably be my #1 cause of death. Read the chat and dies. Yeah. F's in the chat for my bradarino. But, you know, having a stream category called Till I Die, you just have to deal. All because of Aziz. Did Aziz write a good question? No. It's coming up from here. Man, I'm really liking this this DLC so far. Looks really cool, and this exploration inside of this small town here really reminds me of the fishing hamlet in Bloodborne, which I think is one of its best levels. What is my favorite hentai? Oh dear. All hentais are great. And I'm dead. Goodbye. All hentais are great. Let's just run past them again. Then I can get to the upper part of the level. Oh! That projectile vomiting. Do I like Star Wars? So, I mean, as anyone born in the 90s, of course, as every kid back then, I grew up with watching the prequel saga. And I must say, I think it was thoroughly enjoyable back then. Because I was a kid. But when I hear when I hear grown men talk about how Star Wars is like super, absolutely god tier culture, it's just cringe, dude. Like, it's. I think they're very entertaining movies for kids, and that's all. Like, yeah, I get the aspect that the episode 4, 5, and 6, when they came out many years ago back then, they were groundbreaking in terms of what was possible with science fiction and technology and animation and CGI back then. Of course, I think that's quite the achievement. But that doesn't make them like omega good movies. Right? They they have aged very well in terms of the technology, but from the inhaltlich, let's say, from the content point of view, they have not aged well at all. Yes, I will write my master thesis on Boku no Pico. My god. What difficulty am I playing on? This is Dark Souls. There's no difficulty setting. What do I think of Warhammer 40k? So, you're talking to someone who was the proud owner of a fully self-painted 4,000 point Tyrannid army. So, I guess that says that I like it. Nowadays, I think it's absurd. The point, like how expensive it is, and yeah, I think it's just absurd. But other than that, I think the entire universe is extremely cool. The IP that they have, I know why they can sell their miniatures, like the little plastic figures, for more money than gold. Check this out. They're more expensive than fucking gold. But I think the IP just allows it. It's such an incredibly well-made universe that, you know, I see why people love it. So yeah. Nowadays, yeah, it's much too expensive for me, and even more another reason, which is like even more important, is that I just don't have the time. Which games are the hardest for me? It's hard to say. I mean, some games are just genuinely hard. It's not just hard for me. I would have to think of something. Like genuinely hard games are also hard for me. Let's read chat a little bit more. I made one of the TS3 on Steam. What is TS3? Not sure. Honi Kivioya. Which one you mean? But some older games that I've been playing on old consoles. Well, the first console that I really owned, like I said it in one of the streams, it all started with a Chinese bootleg Nintendo, with a Chinese bootleg NES called Xiaoba Wang, where you had like cartridges and every cartridge held like 40 games, or no, not 40, but maybe like 15 games, and it was pretty crazy. So yeah, that started everything gaming related for me. And then the first console that I really owned was the Nintendo 64, which had like some of the most incredible gems of gaming history: Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, um, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. One of my personal all-time favorites is also Star Fox, or as it was called in Germany, Lilith Wars. And yeah, that's when it all started for me. Some of my older like gems. But then I really like got into it, and I had really the best experiences and best memories with the Nintendo GameCube. And there, one absolutely underrated masterpiece, which was like destroyed by critics at the time, I think, is Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. It's one of the best Lovecraftian inspired games out there. Like, it's no secret that if you have H.P. Lovecraft as a material giver, that doesn't guarantee anything for your game. Like, it even makes it more likely that it's a shit game, right? But Eternal Darkness, whew, man, that game was quite something. Because it did like the cosmic horror well. Right? What the game did well was like this: none of the characters understood what was happening, and none of the characters could comprehend it. That's one of the basic ideas of cosmic horror, is that the threats that you're dealing with are so far above anything you could possibly understand, that all they can do is like helplessly watch as the forces, these cosmic forces, manipulate the happenings in our history. It's really, really good. Oh, this is the house where the friendly NPC was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Oh, The Sims. Okay, yeah, The Sims, like one of these games that you could absolutely hunt me with, because I think that's there's just nothing about it that I am interested in. No, go away. Yes, he went away. No, no, he didn't went away. Oh, now he's gone. Bye-bye. Man, high-level MLG tactics here. Oh, isn't that the church where you fight the father whip himself? Maybe. I don't know. I know that there's a guy as a boss here that keeps whipping himself so he bleeds for the flame. So yeah, the best cosmic horror games are Bloodborne, of course, then Eternal Darkness for the GameCube, and another one. I just had it. Fuck. If I find any more, then I'll tell you. Soma, not really. No, Soma is more of a. Soma asks different questions. You don't have like any cosmic entities. It's a really human tale. But Soma, very good, very underrated. Penumbra, yeah, Penumbra is also pretty good, and that indeed is a little bit more in that direction, more fantasy stuff. Watching old TV shows, nice. Do I have any book recommendations? Yeah, first of all, the same recommendation as always. The trilogy by Jeff Vandermeer. What's it called? The Southern Reach trilogy?
I've seen it time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach.
This guy, man. Annoying. Do I play Age of Empires? No, that really wasn't my game. While most of my classmates were doing like Age of Empire LAN parties, I was playing StarCraft Brood War. Yeah, so Southern Reach trilogy. Another book recommendation is the trilogy by the Chinese author Liu Cixin, the Three Body trilogy. I don't know if it's called that, but the first book of the three is called Three Body. I recommend reading it in Chinese. Yeah. What else do I have? Like here? Oh yeah, there's another one. One of my classic favorites is a book by Adam Foyer. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. That's his last name. Foyer. Anyway, and the book, like the German title is Null, which translates to zero or null. Right. So. I know how to speak a little bit of French, yeah, but my pronunciation is probably it makes the baguette turn in its grave. Les enfants terribles. That's the one line from Metal Gear Twin Snakes, right? Where Liquid Snake tells him like, "We're the something something les enfants terribles." Okay, they are totally fucked up. Did he have a rage mode? Well, I don't know if Anton needed to have a rage mode because he was just so fucking good at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He just fucking destroyed everyone. It was quite insane. What is Chat Delhi? Xander. Chat speed slow. Well, is that something I can control? Oh man, if I ever need, like, I if there's ever a chance for me to show you guys how much of a boomer I am, it's on stream. Because every stream I learn something new. I said Susmabit, yes. It's one of the things I learned in school. We had many French classes. Like we had a French class in the same age group as I was. And so all we did is teach each other how to get around in the hood. No, not again. Oh, yeah. The delay, yeah. But I think I have it on low, so I would assume it's, it's okay. Hiyo. Do I have any opinions on comic books? Honestly, I've not been much of a comic book person. Like, there's one comic that is the best, and it will forever be the best graphic novel, and that is Watchmen, by I think what's his name, Alan Moore, Adam Moore. There's nothing better. So yeah. You can ask Xander if I play Minecraft.
Time and time again,
The moon?
every fleeing man must be caught.
Well,
Every
I am
secret
in
must
the
be
game,
unearthed.
so no time.
Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
Whoa! Nice. Oh, he has a dark hand. Oh dear. No! He does a lot more damage with one hit than I do. Oh, yikes. And he also has a lot more health than I have. No. Oh! I saw my life flash before my eyes. And he can heal, of course. Cunt. happening here? Ugh. Throw the cheese! Oh. Oh! Oh no. I feel like the enemy is about to find me. Oh, come on! Scheißdreck, Alter. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a need to compare the two. I think the movie is absolutely 10 out of 10. But the graphic novel Watchmen is also absolutely incredible. It's really, really, really good. Bitch, how dare you steal it? Favorite character? Well, the scientist, of course. Yeah, I get what you mean. When the author himself hates the work. I think another case where that happened was was the musical piece, something something Ouverture. I always forget the exact date, but it's like the the famous like music piece.
I've seen your kind. Time and time again.
That is part of V for Vendetta.
Must be caught. Every secret must be
Da, 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 da.
but in the end,
Wait, you know what I mean? It's locked! Begone, foul demon. Ah! Oof. Ah, there's no reason to fight him now. I think that's about as far as I can get in the DLC, right? With my shitty +3 whip. I can beat him? Yeah. Alright. Oof. I'll come back with a better weapon. Oh, I can drop onto the rafters here, right? Yes, good point. Your only way to beat him is to beat his meat first. Yes, good strategy. (1812). Yes, that's the one I meant. The composer, Tchaikovsky, he hated it. He thought it was extremely rushed and hingeschissen, as we would say in Germany. And it's quite amazing for like how different the creator sees a work of art and what the public perception is. Usually it's the other way around. The artist thinks he has like created the greatest piece of art in the universe, and he's like, no one understands me, blah blah blah. But but with Tchaikovsky, it's the other way around. Okay, so let's see. What else can I do? I can warp back to like. Oh, it died. I can warp back to the start of this bridge, of this hanging bridge, and then go to the church above there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Use a homeward bone. Although no, why? No, I can just go right there, right? That's a high drop. Bye, have a great time. Yes. Oh, by the way, Pandask, you are touching on a interesting subject that I also have like formed an opinion about, and that is, I try always. It doesn't always work, but I try to make it a point to never connect artist and art. Or to rephrase it in another way. If art is only good because of something the artist did outside of it, then it's bullshit. Like whenever I hear, like, it's often the case with pop music, with popular music, where the artist itself is like built. The personality of the artist itself is like the basis for the music, and a kind of a cult gets built around it, and I think that really takes away from the music itself, but apparently it sells. Alright, so bye bye. So yeah, that's just a thing I want to make. Always detach the art from the artist. I think that's very important, and will make you see through a lot of bullshit. Diligent. I mean, I know what artist you're talking about. The good old Lars. BTS? Well, yeah, let's keep it at that. You can enjoy the catchiness of K-pop without indulging in the absolute vomit-inducing cringe of the K-pop lifestyle. I'll give you that. Without specific commands from the secretary, I can neither confirm nor deny. Luca, what's her name? Lupa Martins? Does the bridge break? It didn't yet. But honestly, okay, now real talk, guys. I've consumed a lot of different herbs in my day, back in the day, but with every year that I get older, it kind of like loses its appeal. If that makes any sense, like I haven't done it in quite a while, and the last time I did it, I actually had a thoroughly bad experience. Not like, oh, it was a horror trip or anything, but it was just like, bruh, I straight up just didn't have a good time, right? So, I don't know. Have any of you made the same experiences? Because a lot of people I talk to that are about my age really are experiencing something like this. Like, it's not what it used to be, and it just naturally just phases out. It's just the interest in it just is gone.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed Father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not, Ashen One. I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee, the bonfire here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee none the less. Ah, yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. Ours is a chance encounter, to be sure, but perhaps 'twas meant to be. Let this be a remembrance of this cold world, a thing to help thee bear thy duty. Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world, and that alone is cause to rejoice. Be forewarned, eager Ash. Should this world wither and rot, even then would Ariandel remain our home. Leave us be, Ashen One. Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have. Sweep all thought.
I just realized that it's actually also a question of how old are you guys? Because I'm 28, and I would assume that that makes me one of the older people here. Oh yeah, that's the painting. By the way, have you guys seen, there's one video that is called The Joined Timeline of Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne by Vati Vidya, I think. That video is incredible. Like, I know that during the video he debunks his own claim, which he like, the video is just basically him showing, like, with omitting enough evidence, everyone can see what he wants to see. But I think the story he spins that transcends all of the From Software games is so compelling and awesome. If you haven't seen it, watch. It's absolutely great. I mean, check this out. This looks like the cathedral window from Bloodborne, directly in front of a painting that is painted with blood, and that can be that you can, once it's done, like, go into. Come on. But yeah, I mean, not saying it's the correct theory. I'm just saying it's a very cool way to think about it all. Oh yes, the Storm Ruler. Man, I miss Demon Souls. I think that game was something else. If I would rate all Souls-like games by From Software, I would say the best one by far, no, not by far, but the best one, Bloodborne, followed by Dark Souls 1, followed by Demon Souls, and then Dark Souls 2 and 3. But don't get me wrong, none of them is bad. They're all absurdly good. Not one of them is below a 10 out of 10. So yeah. Yeah, we shall see. Oh, and I've excluded Sekiro because I don't consider Sekiro like a real Souls. It's hard to say. Sekiro is it's like a thing of its own. You can jump. that makes it something else. So yeah, Sekiro, it's in its own category. I don't measure it against these games. We shall see about Elden Ring. What does this do? Oh. Yeah, I think that did nothing. Is atmosphere and vibe important to me? Yes, I would say that is probably the most important thing. I just love the desolate feeling of the Souls games, like feeling completely alone. Another game that is incredible atmosphere-wise is Hollow Knight. You know? Ouch. Getting staggered, and I'm gonna die. Oh no! It's a bang 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 dead. Another very cool vibe, like on the opposite spectrum of the feelings a game provokes. Like I think No, that's actually not good. Yeah, no, those are two big examples. Oh yeah, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico. They were both developed by the same team, and they're both incredibly good. Shadow of the Colossus is my number 2 behind Bloodborne. Yes, of course. Who doesn't like Lego? Lego is basic human amenity. Everyone loves Lego. Can I somehow activate it and let him walk through it? Oh man. Yay! Shadow of the Colossus is like exactly how I want a game to be. Oh, another great game. That's like, while playing it, it feels incredible, and it has like deep lore despite being so small. Is Fury. F-U-R-I. I just love bosses. Oh yeah, there's another giant there. Wait, was that all I could do in the cathedral? I can raise another one of these. But what were they for? Can anyone help me here real quick? Do they have a point, these walls, or are they just, because they don't open new paths, right? I remembered that I never really found out what their point was. Yeah, Fury is incredible. Mega good. Oh, mega good. They're bridges? Really? Yes, SKR. I still have it on my list. Still haven't got time to check it out. Because I'm streaming all the time. Okay, so if you guys say that they're walkways, then I will accept it. Then they're walkways. Oh yeah, then I know how to get there. Take the elevator. Oof. Are you a reptile person? SKR? A lizard person? Yes, Nick Ziniak, the Return of the Aubergine. That game looked so interesting, and I really wanted to try it. Because like the basic idea is so cool, but I really, I don't know. I didn't want to buy it and then find it like, okay, it's a cool idea, but I'm not actually having any fun, so I didn't risk it. Ugh. How stupid. Gwent? No. No. The Witcher is not for me. Yeah. I think I'm definitely at some point gonna get it. I mean, it's a relatively cheap game. just to experience it. Like maybe okay, if I don't like it, probably doesn't matter. Piecing it all together. It's the ultimate piecing it all together game. And I think that's a very cool concept. So yeah, at some point I'm pretty sure I will try it. Okay, so I can't get across here, right? Can I get across there? Yes, we have a Lego Wall-E, by the way. That was one of those, I don't know, designed by the people challenges that Lego did. And someone has created a Lego Wall-E. So adorable. Just like the real Wall-E. Or the real. Like, just like the Pixar Wall-E. Yeah, dude, Wall-E's. That's Disney. That's Disney's magic right there. I know they tend to produce hot garbage every now and then, but I think Wall-E is one of their absolute greatest creations. Yeah, I think the way ahead is like past the giant, going there through that, and then I can come out on the top side there and activate the elevator to get back up. Papers, Please. Yeah, that one I didn't like. I don't know. I thought Papers, Please was a little bit of forced, like, oh, look how politically edgy and clever I am. Like, I don't know. I mean, the game, it's good, alright? But it was just a little bit too much on the nose for me. But it is still it's incredibly cool idea to just, you're having to check the papers and then get like socially pressured into rejecting people, and then absurd, like your higher ups give you absurd, what's it called? Bedingungen, that the people wanting to come in have to abide by. It's pretty cool. Nope. Still no Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sorry brah. By the way, is Sigmaya now in the conditions? Yeah. He's still not. Oh, no, yeah, he's here. Yes, hello.
Oh. I know that voice. It's me. I'm loath to admit it, but someone. Did you? Oh, not an old tenant of the night. And maybe I've got.
Gotta give him his armor. Sunless Sea. Yes, I tried that for a little bit, but that was so. I really don't like these resource managey things. Like they're just not for me. And Sunless Sea, while looking absolutely incredible and having some really cool stories, it was a little bit too much reading. And the gameplay was mainly just resource management, and that was just maybe it's just not the correct game for me. No. But I think the idea is top notch. Did the sequel, Sunless Skies, already come out? No, haven't played Outer Wilds. But yeah, that also doesn't seem like a game for me. Oh no. It already came out? Okay. Yeah. It's probably like almost the same game, right? Just in a sunless sky instead of a sunless sea. Is kissing the homies gay? Why are you gay? You are gay. No. Ah. Ey, come on, du Drecksack. It's not as good? Okay, okay. So Sunless Sky. I always thought it looked like it had the same, at least visually, the same charm. Of course, I know about that meme. That's a great meme. How far am I at the game? You mean here? Dark Souls or what? So, in Dark Souls, I don't know, how far are we? Third? Maybe a third. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just a feeling thing, right? Just feel like Sunless Sea had the and the other one doesn't. Wait, where is he sitting on? Dude, that's some Shaolin level training there. That's Mabu. Mabu is a technique where you pretend you're sitting but without a chair. It's like the most hardcore leg training. Mabu tofu. No, not Mabu tofu. And it's called Mapo tofu. Mapo tofu. Oof, almost pronounced it wrong. Wait, Kaz from Metal Gear Solid? What kind of eyes does he have? Enlighten me. God of Juarez. I don't know, man. Okay. I think I'm gonna take the easy way again. Oh, that was dumb to heal. That was just a wasted Estus. Anyway, and look for a summoner companion. Hello, please help. Ah, Monsieur Henri. Okay, then it's just an NPC, but that's okay. Ah, that explains why he has sunglasses on all the time. Horace, come here. The easiest Souls boss of all time. Yeah, no. The easiest Souls boss of all time is the Bed of Chaos. Especially, I have the whip. All I need to do is like spam this move, and they will all just die instantly. Oh! Suck! Oh! Suck! So satisfying. Suck! Mmm. Bien! Oh! Oh! Hapa! No, but I have to attack the this guy, right? The one who has the who's on his period. Oh no! Get one shot. Splack! Oh. He has the longest stick. I said stick. Man, look at that gangbang that they're doing to Henri. Poor guy. Wow, that was really hard. Damn. Whew. But I'm so good that I did it on the first try. So, finito. Alright. Oh man, already 10:30. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, that was a hard clap.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take no. Farewell, mate.
Gaining it.
Okay. Oh, who is this? Henry.
Ah, and we meet again. We spoke before, and I'm well pleased we reached the Cathedral of the Deep. The man-eater must have left for his true home. The little doll in the empty coffin told me. Aldrich is said to hail from Irithyll. A pilgrim told me that the city, and so with...
Yeah, since I'm not gonna use any boss souls, I think at least. Although it always just feels wrong for me to use them up for souls instead of turning them into items.
Welcome home. Very well, then take no.
What was vitality? It was just equip load, right? Yeah, since I'm not planning on wearing any heavy armor, then I don't need to level that.
Farewell, Ash, may the flames guide thee.
Still haven't found the coal and the sharp gem that I need to change the whip from fire to sharp. All right, let's go on for a little more. I think the next destination we're going is the swamp. All right. What is the greatest creation of man? Well, obviously, there's pretty much nothing after hentai, right? Hentai is so far above everything else that it basically just becomes mankind's only creation. Is that what you wanted to hear? Oh yes, the swamp. Disgusting! Yeah, the swamp is not a very cool area. I agree with you there. Wait, actually, am I fucking dumb? I have so many rings and I have not equipped even one of them. Oops. Du, 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 du. Poison resistance, yeah, that's what I need. And let's see if I have any gear that is poison resistant. 25, 29. All right, let's choose this. 31. Okay. Here, poison is 64, 68. Okay. Poison is 21. 21 again. Yeah. Tier 37. Okay. 43. 44. Guess I'll be wearing the worker set then. Roko's Basilisk? No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm scared. He's poisoned. Okay, that's good. Wait, why is he walking through the poison? No. Ugh. What? Crotch? Crotch emote? Huh. Wow. Alright, Xander, thanks for sticking around. See you next time. Bye-bye. Only homo for Andy. Thanks. Mwah. Xander is not for sale, I think. Although, that's his choice, I guess. If he wants to be sold. Oh, up there, I think I remember there are these werewolf-looking people. Yes, yes. It's a shard. Good, good, good. What's my favorite boss? Yeah, well, for me, I think it was Metal Gear's big boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, or Liquid Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 4, just because of the presentation of it all. But gameplay-wise, I think, oh yeah, another one that's really, really cool is Virgil from Devil May Cry 3. I think that's the way you need to have a final boss. I think Devil May Cry 3 is really, really good because it puts so much emphasis on the characters, right? You fight Virgil 3 times during the entire game. First time, I mean, you lose, right? So the fight is there. You fight, and then of course you win, but in the cutscene following it, you actually lose and die. Second time, you're in the cutscene after, you're still fighting and then get interrupted. And the third time, you actually then defeat him. It's like it's such an incredible build-up, and so gratifying when you finally be able to do it. Really, I think Devil May Cry 3 does everything right. So, extinguish the first one. Lallen? Nee, Ialen? Don't be forced, dude. It's gonna be uploaded. So, if you're tired, just leave the stream running and have yourself a good night's sleep. Thank you for being here, though. I think the stream's gonna go on for maybe around half an hour more. That should be quite enough. Ominous. Ooh. Ominous. Oh. Didn't see you there. Check out this slime. Ugh. Disgusting. I've been saying disgusting so many times. That's just the way I like it. Bye, guys. Not bye, guys. Bye, guy. See you soon. Ooh, tough enemy ahead. Therefore, try attacking. Why didn't I think of that? Try attacking. Okay. No! No, not... Come on, you fucker! Oh! Fick dich doch! Ah! I am become rage. Yeah. My wife gets the nerd rage in stereo. Little Ranton came out. In a sense, yeah. Hey, Spaß. No. The whip stays on. No, 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 no. I can do this. It will be no problemo. Okay, if we make it in like fast enough to the Farron Shadow Watchers, whatever they're called, boss fight, then I will summon you if you're there, Spuddy. Easy. It's very nice of you, Super, but it was never called the Anton and Andy show, and I never did anything for them back then. But yeah, it's nice of you to say that. Second fire. Good night, Kevin, if it's not too late. No, it was my brother Anton and my cousin Arthur, or Arthur, and they wanted to do that together. So yeah. Arthur is my cousin. He lives in he's also German, lives in Germany, and he's currently, it's incredible, man. He's like single-handedly running the entire German film industry. Okay, that was obviously not not correct and super over exaggerated, but he's working in the German film industry. Let's just say that. Wait, what's the point of this? Ah, pointless. Good. Please don't ask me anything about where I live. Like Anton has kept it unknown where we live, but I don't know. I suck at this, and I'm pretty sure that at some point I will just spill the beans. But don't make me. Don't tempt me. Ah, 4 in the morning and watching a stream. That's how I like it. Good choice. Okay. Is this DLC worth it? What do you mean this DLC? I'm currently not playing DLC. This is the main game. I live in Alabama. I do not live in Alabama. Okay. Guys, I think we have almost reached the end of the stream here. I think I'm not gonna complete the entire swamp section in this sitting. Instead, I'm going to enter the Farron Watchers Covenant Wolf thing, and I think there's a bonfire there too, and I think that will be that for today. Does that sound acceptable? Nier 1 is getting a remake. Oh, yeah, not Nier Automata. There's another game called Nier by the same developer, and I like that one as well. It's one of those very niche games that's so specific to its creator, but I thought Nier, the game, is excellent. So it getting a remake, that's cool. Oh, man, that's just sad. But if you want, yes, I'll tuck you in, sweet prince. SKR. Okay, yeah, let's not explore any further. Let's just suck and rest. Rest now, tortured soul. Okay, my friends. I wish you all a good night. Thank you all for sticking around and coming back after Anton's stream. I see it in the viewer number history. There's a little dip when Anton started streaming, and then it came right back up. So you almost like me enough to come back, which is heartwarming. So that was that for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Next stream tomorrow at the usual time of my stream schedule, so right after Anton. Have a good night and see you tomorrow. Good night, SKR. Mwah.